In Southall, Sardul Singh Gill, he became prominent councillor of the Labour Party in Southall. Pyara Singh Khabda, who at one time was member of the Communist Party of Great Britain, he joined the Labour Party. He became member of Parliament in Southall after death of Sidney Bidwell. Masha Singh, he was Bradford IWA member. He was not Communist Party member. He joined Labour Party and he also became member of Parliament from Bradford. And these people became, without the patronage of the Labour Party, which I mentioned the names. Later on, after Khabda's death, it was Burinder Sharma. He was member of the Southall Indian Work Association and he became member of Parliament. He is still member of Parliament. The other angle of the Labour Party was the Black Members Movement and campaigning for black sections of the Labour Party. For a long time, Labour Party did not agree to it, but the campaign continued. Bernie Grant, Dinah Abbott, Keith was not so much prominent, but he supported Black Members Movement. And Paul Boateng from Brent. And there was one woman Labour Party member.
Wasn't Bernie from Brent?
No, Bernie was Hackney.
Okay.
Paul Boateng was from Brent. And one woman member of the Labour Party who was adopted by the Nottingham Labour Party candidate for Parliament. I can say because of her politics, a good fighter, Labour Party National Executive deselected her from the Labour Party NEC. I can't remember her name. Very sharp woman. Now these members of Parliament, and particularly in the constituencies and locally, and one person who recently died, Mackenzie from East London, and these Asians, they formed the black group along with the Afro-Caribbean Labour Party members. And they did made impact on the policies of the Labour Party to an extent, but not fully. Labour Party remained institutionally racist as an institution, and still I will say it is an institutionally racist party as its base is social imperialist party. In Birmingham, Raghib, Phil Murphy, John, not from, but from the left,
Tyrrell.
John Tyrrell, Gurdev Manku, particularly these three, Gurdev Manku, Phil Murphy, and Raghib. They were chucked out of the Labour Party. Sardul Marba, he was also chucked out from the Labour Party by Decno leadership. And I definitely say that Labour Party is still institutionally racist party. Yeah.
So what happened with Raghib?
Raghib was deselected, chucked out from Spark Group. Raghib took the Labour Party to the tribunal and also Raghib was one of the candidates for that Birmingham Community Organization. What was its name?
What, BRAP?
BRAP. Yeah, Birmingham Race Equality Partnership.
Birmingham Race Action Partnership.
Action Partnership. Ranjit was also member of that.
Ranjit Sondhi, that is, yeah.
Ranjit Sondhi, and one who was a Gora, what was his name, who was something of the Health Authority.
Brian Stoughton.
And so for the appointment of the officer of that organization, Brian was chair, me, Ranjit. We supported Raghib's candidacy to become the officer. But Harun Saad, he very clearly argued in the meeting that if he is appointed, then the Labour Council, Labour Party will not support the appointment. So he forced to appoint Inderjeet. Raghib took the case to the tribunal. He fought the case. I was one witness, and Raghib asked me to come back for the hearing, and it was in Shrewsbury. And I came. Hearing took place, and the result was that Raghib was racially not appointed as the officer, and Labour Party paid £120,000 to Raghib.
Were you not also, weren't there attempts to get you off the selection panel as well?
They tried. Harun Saad tried me to be bump off the panel, but Ranjit stood for me.
Was that, as I understand, that you went to see the Chair of Equalities, Councillor Roy Pinney?
Not Royal Penny, the other councillor who was blind.
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what did they try?
He was the chair of Equality Committee.
And what did they try to say to you?
No, he took a stand. He told Arun Saad, Avtar will remain on the panel.
Was the issue to do with the falsehood that I was applying for the job?
Yeah.
And because you were my father,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be on the panel.
Yeah, yeah.
And you went
But
along.
you didn't apply for that job.
And you asked them to produce my application, which wasn't there.
Yeah. So that's all, Jug.